Dear students, welcome again. Now we're going to see the first grammar revision lesson for this year. It is about two tenses which do not have an equivalent in our language. Those are the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous tenses. Before we start officially, I would like to emphasize once again about the three necessary things we should have in front of us in order to make this lesson possible. That's the notebook. Take notes anytime you think you should. Do the exercises in your notebooks. Then the textbook, think Students Book 3, and pen or pencil, preferably in two colors. That's it. So I already mentioned it's about the present perfect tenses. I have put revision in brackets because you have covered these two tenses last year. Also, I think in 8th or 9th grade primary school. But never mind, I've given to you two sentences, two examples of sentences where we can see the real difference between these two tenses. So I have the two sentences. I've written 3 emails so far, and I've been writing emails whole morning. Imagine it is me, the author of these two sentences. The first one, it's in present perfect simple. I've written 3 emails so far. So I have used the have has auxiliary verb plus the past participle of the verb, which is this form here. In the second sentence, I've used the present perfect continuous tense. It says, I've been writing emails the whole morning. So, as I told you, imagine this was me. Imagine I told you these two sentences. Any single person who tells you a sentence, they want to send you a message with it. So, me telling you these two sentences, I want to tell you like different messages. In the first one, I say I've written 3 emails so far. I actually focus on the result of the activity. Be aware that every simple tense has the result in the focus. Whereas in the continuous tenses, I've been writing emails the whole morning. We want to emphasize the activity itself. So I want you to pay attention to the time I spent writing the emails, how I spent a lot of time doing that. Maybe I'm tired because of it. Whereas in the first one, I'm going to go back to it. I want to focus only on the result. In our language, in the Macedonian language, we don't have simple and continuous tenses. Can you think of the end of the question why? Because in our language we have svršeni and nesvršeni glagoli, So when the verb is svršen, we have the result, and if the word is like not finished, or maybe it is finished but we're not focused on the result, we just use the activity, the continuosity, the duration. We want to emphasize the duration of the action. I hope these things were already clear for you, but I just use this occasion to emphasize you or to tell you what is my perception of simple and continuous tenses, svršeni i nesvršeni glagoli in our language. It is actually the base of the grammar of the two languages. Okay? I would like to draw your attention to using of some of the some of the words together with the perfect tenses. Okay, those are for and since. You can pause this video, have a look at them, and just refresh your memory about when do we use for is before periods of time, and when do we use since before points in the past. Have a look at these examples. Good. I'm going to move on to something else. That's the difference between still and yet. Still is used to talk about something that is continuing, like I'm still talking to you, perhaps for longer than expected. Is it longer than you expected? And yet is used in negative sentences and questions to describe something that is expected to happen in the future. Like, I haven't received an email yet. So it is a negative sentence, and I want to say that I expect something to happen, but it's just so far that hasn't happened. Good. Let's do an exercise about this. In your textbook, there is only one exercise, but later on I'm going to recommend you some future grammar exercises and where to search for them. Okay? Turn on page number 5 in your textbooks. Search for the title Present Perfect Tenses. Take your time. This exercise requires combining all the three things I mentioned to you. The difference between the present perfect simple and present perfect continuous, the difference in the usage of for and since, and the difference in use of still and yet. Do the exercise and afterwards check your answers which are in front of you. Pause this video if necessary. Okay. I mentioned to you that not on one exercise makes you feel secure that you revise these two tenses especially. So how do you Google grammar exercises for your level of English? First of all, you have to know which level of English are you. So actually, your level of English at this point is supposed to be B1 plus or between intermediate and upper intermediate. Intermediate is a little bit lower, so if you feel more comfortable with this, just search for intermediate exercises. So how do you do it? In the Google window, you just type present perfect tenses practice for B1 plus level or present perfect tenses practice for intermediate level, or again the same thing for upper intermediate level. This is the way you search for some more exercises, practice before tests. Just bear in mind that your level is B1 plus or intermediate or upper intermediate, so you don't feel frustrated with too difficult exercises, or you feel that the exercises are too easy with lower level exercises. That will be all for today. If you have any further questions, it's good to contact your English language teacher so you can have some more references, some more explanation, and maybe some additional exercises. Thank you very much.